All right, hello everyone. So here we are. We're going to tell a story. We went to Austria was the next place we went to, and we spent about 3 or 4 days in Vienna, which was a beautiful city, I thought, with tons of old buildings and streets. And fortunate for us, we got to kind of take a tour into the city every day on their train line. So it was another very efficient city on the trains and trams and a couple big commuter bike lanes that go in and out of the city along the river. And it was really another one of those just typically beautiful European cities. I think the first thing we did when we got to Vienna is we went to the Nosh market, which is like this very famous trinkets trader market that was in a big open square. There was probably about 100 or 200 booths. It was just like very typical Austrian foods and spices and clothing. Lots of people trying to rip you off, lots of people trying to be your friend, and lots of people just giving you free samples of stuff thinking you're going to buy the stuff eventually. And I remember we got quite a bit of stuff actually in the Nosh market. I got my sister and my mom some nice scarves, and what else did we get? Mitch got some spices there, and of course we got the infamous cap. I have a very nice wool hat that Jen gave me for my birthday, which I absolutely fell in love with to start. Actually, I'm gonna go grab it right now and I'll show you guys what it looks like. This is the flashy hat I got in Vienna. I should be wearing it right now. So yeah, this is the hat I got in Vienna, and basically wore this thing for the rest of my travels in Europe. So I guess I'll wear this for the rest of the time I'm telling the stories about Europe, so you can kind of get an idea of what I would have looked like when I was walking around Europe in 2015. So after we went to the Nosh market, the next thing we did is Mitch and I were really keen on biking still at this point, so we got to rent some bikes from the hostel, and there were some nicer bikes. They were kind of like this cross-country mountain biking bikes, so we went for nice rides along the river and this big commuter lane in and out of Vienna, because we actually stayed in a town called Hudeldorf, which is about, again, 20-30 minutes out of like the center of Vienna, just to cut down on costs and kind of get a more authentic Austrian experience, I would say. And so we went on the one big bike journey that Mitch and I went on in Vienna, was to get a set of Bose speakers. We would like some speakers traveling on this trip, and we're like, we are going to stop at nothing to get them. So I Googled to see if there was a Bose store in Vienna. I was like, man, who knows? There might be a Bose store here. So we go and we're like, yeah, there's two actually. There's one kind of way up here, a little bit out of the city center, and there's one down here right in the city center. So Mitch and I thought, oh, this one outside of the city center is a little bit closer to where we're at. And so one morning we woke up at like 8:30, didn't even eat breakfast or anything. We just like went, boom, straight to the store. And we start biking there, biking, trekking there. It was about a good 5 or 6 kilometers to this first location, and we get there and we realize pretty quickly that the Bose store that we thought we were going to was actually the European head office of Bose, which is apparently located in Vienna. So don't go there if you're looking at buying some Bose speakers, which we were trying to do. Then from there they directed us down into the city center, so we climbed up this massive hill to get to the corporate head office, and then we had to make the descend all the way back, and it was quite the morning because that took a lot longer than we thought. And we get to the Bose store, and I'm like, yeah, I would like this unit right here. And there goes, yes, okay. And he goes, talks to his colleague, and he goes, no, we have bad news. Like, unfortunately, this is the last one we have. We can't sell it. And right when he said that, he's like, actually, and the colleagues kind of just started talking in a foreign language that I could not understand. I actually think it was German. I think they were both from Germany. And they go for 30 seconds, a minute. And I was like, oh, I was waiting for a reply. And they actually, we can give you this unit. It was the display unit. And they were like, as long as you're willing to pay a discounted price and you don't have to have a box with it. I was like, this is perfect. I don't need the box because I'm traveling. I got enough crap in my backpack. And it was like discounted price. It was like 30 or 40% off. And they gave me a huge auxiliary cord and sent me on my way, and it was just it was one of those moments where you're like, wow, that totally worked out. I was sitting there going, I want a Bose speaker. Go down there, got the free Bose speaker, nice big aux cord. They threw in a case, all at a discounted price, and it was like, do I ever love Bose? And no, I do not endorse Bose products, but I do think that they have a phenomenal sound systems. All of their stuff is great. So I was pretty happy from there, because from that point on in the trip, we had a nice little pill style Bose mini SoundLink speaker that we could carry around in the hostels, and when we were heading out for the evenings and doing stuff, and we just had some music to listen to all the time. So that was kind of one of the stories of Vienna. The other big story, I guess the third big story, the hat, the bikes, and the third big story would have been, that was actually where I got to spend my 21st birthday. So without getting into too much detail about my champagne birthday in Vienna, which was pretty phenomenal, I think the most artistic, not artistic, but just like a very creative night that we had. It was very low key, and Lisa and Mitch let us, Jen and I, kind of have our own evening on my birthday, and we got to go to the Mozart Vienna Orchestra, which is a world famous orchestra of Mozart music. And we went in there, ordered the tickets, and we ordered like €65 tickets, and we ended up getting upgraded to like front row €95 tickets, student discount. They gave us an album, all the music that was going to be playing that night. It was basically like same deal of what happened with the Bose, now how was happening with the whole Mozart orchestra, which was like, this place is awesome. The vibes were totally there, and everyone was having an amazing time. And I just remember being in there with Jen, and I kind of had not the classiest clothes, but it was quite a classy event, and it was still an amazing experience. I mean, the flute solos and the conductor was phenomenal, and at one point he got at the end he got the audience to come in as percussion, and it all just like came together and was quite a special experience. I don't think I remember the last time I went to an orchestra, and I actually might sound weird, but I did genuinely enjoy going to the orchestra in Austria. So that was one of the other stories that happened in Vienna. And I think that would be kind of the majority of what happened in Vienna, was kind of those big three stories for us, and the train ride. So the train ride into Vienna was awesome, because that was the first time we decided, coming out of Amsterdam, we're like, are we going to have time to go to Germany? Do we have time to go to these towns that we wanted to do? And eventually we're like, no, let's just go for it. We're going to blast right through Germany and get right into Austria and go straight to Vienna. So we got on the trains at like 8 or 9 o'clock in the morning in Amsterdam, and we didn't get into Vienna until about 9 or 10 o'clock at night that night. And coming into that more Eastern European culture at 11 o'clock at night was definitely very interesting. Definitely didn't feel as safe as I did in Amsterdam and London and Scotland and Ireland, but definitely started to get a good feel for what traveling in a foreign country was like. So it was very interesting to see just the little bits of graffiti here and there, a little bit of older tile, older cement, everything's a little bit more worn down, and we were going to a hostel, obviously that was 20 or 30 minutes out of town, so we were in a very small area of town, not a lot of people walking around late at night, and we had to end up walking through paths, following these small signs to get to our hostel, which was up on this hill, and we were quite happy to get there at our hostel and settle in for those great couple days we had in Vienna. So I guess that would be the start of the training around Europe, and it continues onward to Budapest, which was a lot shorter of a trip. Obviously, going from Vienna to Budapest is only about an hour and a bit on the train versus about 10 hours from Amsterdam to Vienna. But I'll talk to you guys a little bit more about Budapest next time. I hope you guys enjoyed this post and vlog, and I hope you guys check out the videos and are enjoying these videos. And please comment below if you have any comments, any suggestions, anything you enjoy, anything you don't enjoy about these. I'm open for feedback, so please enjoy. Thank you. Bye-bye.